You're listening to Behind the Mic with AudioFile magazine. I am Joe Reed, and I have Kendra Winchester with me, and she's bringing her week here to a close. Hello, Kendra. How are you?
I'm doing all right. I am so excited for this last audiobook.
And are you going to share what it is?
Yes, today's audiobook is A Middle of the Night by Riley Sager, and that's read by Santino Fontana. And I picked up Riley Sager because of my spouse. He and I met in a writing program, and we like totally different books. 100%. But we do agree on Riley Sager. So we read these books so we have something to talk about, argue about, actually, would probably be more accurate. And so I picked up Middle of the Night, which is about Ethan. When he was 10, his best friend Billy was snatched out of their tent. They were having a sleepover in Ethan's backyard. And it's never, it's never left him as, it's been part of his life wondering where Billy went. And they never found Billy. And so now Ethan is 40, his marriage has ended, and he has moved back into his parents' house. His parents have moved to Florida, so it's just him and his childhood home, and he's preparing to teach at a local school. But stuff starts happening in his backyard, and the anniversary of when Billy was taken is coming up pretty quickly for him. And so he has all these nightmares, and so he decides to figure out what happened to Billy once and for all.
Well, Santino Fontana is a Tony Award-winning actor and singer, as well as a narrator. So he has quite the career. How is he in this book? How is he embodying Ethan?
I feel like he does a really great job capturing Ethan's voice as a 40-year-old man who's going through it. Not many people have moved out of this suburb where his parents have lived, and it's a very affluent suburb. And so he sees all these people from his childhood. And, one of his friends, as a kid has moved in with his mom. So even some of his childhood friends are there. His babysitter has moved back in with her dad. And so, he has all these people from his past that are also in this cul-de-sac. There's so much emotion there. And I feel like Fontana does a great job capturing that.
Well, should we hear a little bit?
Yes. So this little bit is when Ethan wakes up to a screeching noise, and he doesn't know if it's coming from his dreams or maybe from outside of that.
Okay, here we go. Middle of the Night by Riley Sager, read by Santino Fontana.
Screech! I wake with a start, unnerved by the sound zipping across the dark room. It echoes off the walls and snakes back to me in multiple waves. I lie in bed, completely still, eyes wide open, until the noise fades. Not that it was ever there to begin with. Decades of experience have taught me that it was just in my head. Dream, memory, and hallucination all at once. My first since coming back to this house. Honestly, I'm surprised it took so long, especially with the anniversary of what happened here fast approaching. Sitting up, I look to the clock on the nightstand, hoping it reads closer to dawn than midnight. No such luck. It's only 2:15. I've got a long night of no sleep ahead of me. With a sigh, I reach for the notebook and pen I keep next to the clock. After much squinting in the darkness, I find a fresh page and scribble 4 frustrating words. Had the dream again.
Oh, there's an ending. Had the dream again.
Yes. It keeps you on edge. Like Riley Sager's so good at keeping you on edge, and I find that his characters really have a lot of depth to them as far as thrillers go. And I've seen people describe this as a slow burn kind of thriller. I really like that.
I love his voice. I am in love with that voice. The timbre, the quality of it. It's a voice I'm amazingly attracted to.
Yeah, he does a great job.
Okay, that's a great way to end the week with Middle of the Night by Riley Sager, read by Santino Fontana. Kendra, it's always such a pleasure. Thank you so
Of
much.
course, always love sharing audiobooks, and there's so many to listen to.
Brilliance Publishing brings you the sound of storytelling and is the sponsor of today's episode of Behind the Mic. Behind the Mic is produced by Jessica Lockhart. Robin Witten, Michelle Cobb, Emily Connolly, Alan Minskoff, and Kendra Winchester are our contributors. Jennifer Dahl is our editor. The music is William Ross Chernoff's Nomads 4-Way. And I'm your host, Joe Reed. Good listening.